seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw without him. Finding Knox there, complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's... At the line of scrimmage. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
On first down, Barker gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 89 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down, Barker. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On the defensive side, this is the starting lineup for the Bills. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd down, Singletary. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st down, this is Adams. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 24, Allen. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Leo! Check. Hey, Sam off!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. From the gun, Barker. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Allen now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Barker. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. Back to throw. Barker. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Sponge. No. Ready?
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Barker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Barker to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Watch the run. They're running.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Allen to throw once more. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
This will be fielded at the 8, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Don't get nervous. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Tight dog, rock it, now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we have reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Parker. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Singletary again. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
and probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Parker. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Hey, Roy. Get it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call VCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On 1st down, Singletary. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. On 2nd and 1. Allen. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Barker. He's got him in. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Alec Ogletree charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
It got his man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Barker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barker. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barker. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Barker, the quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taywan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And now out come the Bills. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. You're 2nd and a yard from the 34. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down at the 40. Three, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, here we go.
And again, it's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen throwing again. That's into the hands of Pascal. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's able to find Diggs. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for New England. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, you know, excited about. The big play.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
To the air, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Barker, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Barker, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Check 13. Check 13.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Barker, catch is made by Harry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. Barker. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check. Yep. Leo.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. From the gun, Barker. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody's just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds his man. That's Sweeney. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check 19. Check 53. Watch the blast. Watch the blast. Mike.
Allen now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation.
They've got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 29, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And Pascal's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From just shy of midfield, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Allen now looks to throw.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. Clock rolling here. About to hit 30 seconds. On second and a long way to go. Allen. And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st down, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Then he finds Beasley. Complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Mike, 50. 53. Mike. I got you, son.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Keep it on me 'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. think I'll be